Am I doing? Fuck it. Welcome to Practical Nonsense, episode 6. This is Danny. I'm joined here by Jacob. Jacob, what the fuck game are you been playing?
Yeah. I finished Disco Elysium. And
Finished in terms of you did your first playthrough, or like...
yes.
Okay.
Yes, like 42 hours later. I sunk 42 hours into that game before I finally beat it for the first time. That's a fucking game.
For certainly. Any game that you can sink 42 hours into is a game, unquestionably.
And
just to clarify, we're both very tired. Also, we're not joined by Josh again, and we are immensely saddened by it.
yeah, legitimately. He's I don't actually know.
we should figure out if he's okay.
Yeah, we should figure out if he's dying or not.
I figured you'd be on that information, but
I'm not.
Time makes fools of us all.
Like, so, alright, so, like, he messaged both of us and told us that thing, and then, James was over. James was over here hanging out when he sent us that, and James was not aware of the situation, so he kept making Backstreet Boys reunion tour jokes, and the whole time I was like, actually, possibly.
Backstreet's back, alright. Dude, fuck it. Just fuck it. Be like Joey Fatone, I'll open a restaurant or some shit.
No, you won't. Backstreet Boys reunion tour, shut it down. What have you played?
Man, that's a really interesting question. So... I suppose we just glazed right over the fact we didn't put anything up last week, which is largely my fault. Exclusively my fault, some might even say.
Yeah, we did totally glaze over that.
So over the past, 2 weeks, I've been playing almost exclusively Jackbox Party Pack games.
Why?
I've just been ending up at my friend's house. After work, because a mutual friend between me and some of my closer friends, he ended up going through some shit, and he lives up here now. Before that, he lived in Indianapolis. But he and I work together, and usually we get off at the same time each night. So every night I get off, I would just end up at his house with all of our other friends, and we'd end up playing Jackbox for 4 fucking hours each night.
I see.
I've been mixing in the usual Call of Duty in between there. I've finished my battle pass. I have no self-control. I've bought in 36 anime packs, and there's only 10 of them.
Right.
But that's largely what I've been doing is Jackbox and making people mad because I have laser guns in Call of Duty now.
Understandable. So, when are you and Josh going to also get Disco Elysium?
I don't know, man.
Josh more so than you, because he acted like he was going to buy it, in the middle of when we were doing that episode.
That's a question
and
for
I've noticed
Josh,
that he
not a
hasn't done
question
it.
for me.
Well, Josh isn't here right now.
I can't speak
so I'm
for
asking
him.
you.
I can't speak for the man.
You could try.
Well, if I were Josh and we're trying to come up for an excuse of why I haven't purchased Disco Elysium, it'd probably be because train. I don't know if you can hear train, but because train.
I can hear train. Sometimes I think there isn't even a real train. You just have a train like soundboard and you use it for comedic effect.
I wish that was the case. Even though that's completely elaborate and stupid at the same time.
That's not what elaborate is.
Shut your whore mouth.
So, this isn't a topic, but I have a complaint that I think all of us, as not just as human beings on the planet, anybody that uses the internet, YouTube especially, this is something that I think, this is a message I think we can all get behind. If I see one more goddamn motherfucking Dr. Squatch soap advertisement, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. It's a fucking 5-minute long ad for goddamn organic soap, narrated by the world's biggest fucking asshole.
It's an organic soap for men, brother. Yeah, fucking, you gotta put the soap on your body. You smell like wood and not Old Spice.
Yeah, protect your balls.
Now it's a message I can get behind, but when you show up at 3 o'clock in the morning while I'm trying to do something to tell me that.
Yeah, man. When I'm just trying to watch a funny English man swear about video games, and you keep fucking showing up.
I don't know. If somebody showed up at 3 a.m. and told me to protect my balls, like, I'd heed him. I'd heed his warning, but man, he better heed mine.
If somebody showed up at 3 in the morning to tell me to protect my balls, I'd be like, why? Why? From what? No, you get back here and tell me from what?
This man shows up and tells you to protect your junk, and you have the gall to question him why. I assume it's from him.
I swear to God, if I didn't know any better, I would say that it is some sort of fucking, like, MK Ultra level of, like, secret government conspiracy by Google to make me turn on targeted ads, because I have them turned off. I've had them turned off forever, and I swear to God, the Dr. Squatch ad exists solely to frustrate me to a point where I turn them back on.
I mean...
Because that's the only fucking ad I ever see. It's that, and it's the other one that fucking gets on my goddamn nerves. Whatever the fuck it's called. The one that helps you type better if you're fucking stupid. Which one is that? Grammarly. Fuck you, Grammarly. Oh, man. What?
If there was ever a time where I needed you to edit something into the podcast, I'm posting it. I need you to cut off my dialogue somewhere in here and just played this. I'll leave like 15 seconds of fucking dead air. But the people have to know. Why'd I have Jacob do that, you might ask? Me too.
I'm glad that it was left entirely up to me as to where I got to just fucking randomly slap that into that sentence you were telling me where to slap that in at.
You'll figure it out.
Man, that's, the best part about that is if you, for some wacky fucking reason, we're listening to this as a strictly auditory show, for some wacky fucking reason, that's not going to make any goddamn sense.
So, I'm not about to describe critically doing the Half-Life yell, except I just did.
I guess that's just all the more reason for you to check out the YouTube channel.
Absolutely. Everyone should constantly be consuming our content, no one else's. If you do, you will die.
Disclaimer, these claims have not been investigated nor proven by the Federal Drug Association.
Die! You will die! Alright.
In reality, he's right, but it's not because you weren't consuming the content. It was because you were trying to listen to a podcast in your car, and fucking the Half-Life scream just made you veer off the road. Which, by the way, we do not claim responsibility for. Do not send your lawyers.
We won't answer their phone calls.
We won't answer the door.
I don't have a door.
I know what you mean, but the implications are hilarious.
I'm glad you know what I mean, because I just said I don't have a door because I thought it'd be funny.
Hello and welcome back to Practical Nonsense, coming to you live from Bunker 47.
I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna end it all live on this podcast, I swear to God. Oh, alright, not today.
Are we supposed to be on some kind of track right now?
What?
Like, aren't we? Didn't we have like some sort of game plan laid out? Where are we right now?
I don't. Where the? I'm at my house.
Not physically, you fucking dickhead.
I don't know. You're the one. You're like the one person with real topics right now. I'm gonna be honest, beyond honest. I'm phoning it in like a motherfucker. It is 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. there. It's only 2 a.m. here.
Oh, well, guess what? It's the same time zone. I can't read.
Yo, what up? My name's Danny. I'm 22 years old and I never fucking learned how to read.
Get to your topic, you fucking poser.
Well, now I have to. Because speaking of time zones, did you see that a physicist proved with math that paradox-free time travel is in fact possible?
Yes, I did, actually. I didn't read about it, but I read the headline, so I know about it now. No,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot where you shared it, if it was Facebook or Twitter, but I did see that. It was very neat to read in passing. I meant to click on the actual article, but I'm pretty sure I was at work at the time.
Yeah. The Cliff Notes version is that the math is obviously super fucking complex, especially for someone like me that looks at that fucking like multiplication sheet that it's like, okay, you have a minute to do as many as you can, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But what it basically boils down to is he proved that basically despite, like, so for example, if you went back in time to prevent patient zero from getting the coronavirus, to prevent the pandemic, then the timeline would basically go and then somebody else would just be patient zero, or
right.
You would just be patient zero.
Right.
So basically, it's just, unless you really fuck up, like do something major, then the major cause that led any major causes that led to any major effects within the space-time continuum are generally going to stay the same, regardless of what things happen in between. So, like, let's say Archduke Franz Ferdinand gets assassinated, and you prevent at least one of the countries from getting involved, but World War I still happens and ends at roughly the same time. Same people win, same people lose.
So, okay. So you can't fuck with time, because you'll go to time prison, and that's bad. But
which is, like regular prison, except only forever.
Right. But let's say you went back in time and you killed, like, baby Hitler. Does that mean that it's, like, just Mussolini out there, or?
It would basically mean that someone else.
Hitler too. Got it. Okay. That's all I was wondering.
Yeah, that's basically what the math says.
Is it a far worse scenario where Stalin is completely unchecked? Like, completely?
Possibly. But it's like, you could go back in time and kill baby Hitler, but, like, it's not...
But, like, someone's still gonna write Mein Kampf, right?
Yeah, like World War II is still gonna happen. It's basically what the math did. It mostly proved that time does, in fact, correct itself. So basically, it is entirely possible that there are time travelers among us, because they can't really fuck things up. Like, not anything that would be super noticeable.
Right.
If anything, it would probably be like the various Mandela effects that we all suffer.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking neat. I feel like that's shit that I already knew, or at least, like, kind of like, understand, purely because of 11/22/63, which is a Stephen King novel. But it's about a guy who goes back in time to obviously try to stop the JFK assassination. And the whole entire time that he's trying to change history, like, the universe and time itself is, like, actively bucking against him, doing everything it can. Like, at first he goes back in time to just try to change, like, a small thing from happening. Like, one guy that he knows, he ended up getting, like, horribly crippled, and he wanted to try to prevent that, right? So he goes back to see if he can even change that. And time and the universe hated that so much that it gave him fucking food poisoning and he shit himself for like 2 days. You should, I know you're not a huge fan of El Book, but I feel like 11/22/63 would be like right up your alley. It's pretty fucking good.
Right.
How can you go wrong with a guy trying to stop the JFK assassination and also dabbling in various conspiracies and plots around said assassination? It was the CIA.
Hey, don't look at me. He said it.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. JFK was going to basically eliminate the CIA, and then they said, oh, he's going to do what? And then he died, and then their budget went up by like 20%. So, you know. I'm just saying.
But what I want to know is, where's the caveman?
He was shot with a Carcano rifle.
A what? A what?
Carcano rifle? Italian mail-order Carcano? It was
Sure.
That's the rifle that Lee Harvey Oswald used.
Oh. See, I wasn't ever super concerned with the make and model of the rifle that Lee Harvey Oswald used.
Should have been.
Why? Is that the one piece of fucking information that's gonna make or break my entire life?
Well, clearly not.
It's like, oh, I would have.
Clearly not, because it just got revealed to you and nothing's fucking changed.
Well, that you know of.
Maybe you did it.
Yes. Finally, now that I know the make and model of the rifle, I can go back in time and do what I was born to do.
To imagine that you show up and Lee Harvey Oswald is just there in the fucking school repository. You show up, give me that. Just fucking shoot JFK and then hand the rifle back to him.
Just fucking throw up like West Side and just teleport back to the future.
I've told you, fucking for. Oh, hold on. Okay, so while we're on the topic of the JFK assassination, I told you about the most insane interaction I've ever had with a substitute teacher, right?
Probably, but, give me a refresher.
So it was literally so election day 2016, literally the day after. My radio and TV teacher had called in sick, so we had this well-known substitute around here called Mr. Tucker. Mr. Tucker is a freelance political writer, activist, fucking whatever, right?
And the other shooter on the grassy knoll.
He might have been. He might have been there to try to stop it. I don't know what Mr. Tucker knows. I wish I did. It keeps me up at night. Because the reaction... Like, we got to talking about the election when it was, like, fresh and new. And not fucking beaten to a bloody dead horse fucking pulp like it is in current year.
When it was fresh and new and the possibility of Donald Trump holding the office of President of the United States was still a ha-ha funny joke.
Yeah. But this kid, Alex, that, was part of the conversation, he, it gets kind of silent, and then he asks the obvious question. He's like, do you think anybody's going to try to assassinate Trump? And then it got real quiet. Like, hear a pen drop quiet. And Mr. Tucker just leans in real close like. And he goes, do you boys know about JFK? How much do you know about JFK? and he fucking rockets up from out of his chair. I'm talking like springboards himself out of this fucking chair, man, and is up at that whiteboard at like the same time he does it. And he starts fucking like, here's the school repository. We know there was a shooter here because prisoners were trying to get guards to alert them. Just like this whole fucking tirade, right? According to Mr. Tucker, there was a second shooter, and for the bullet trajectory and everything else to make sense, the second shooter came from a sewer grate, and it was most likely the Mafia or the CIA or a combination of the two. That was the single best moment in my education, was getting a conspiracy theory, like a solid hour-long conspiracy theory with drawings and fucking everything for this guy to lay out his logic. It was absolutely immaculate.
I'm picturing some of this shit. I'm picturing this dude, he's just up there like, there is no Pepe Sylvia.
That is almost entirely what it was like. Except he had just some white hair, white stubble, little bit forehead wrinkles, no cigarette. We're good. We're golden.
Turns out there's an Alex Jones in each and every one of us.
Especially him.
100% him. In fact, he might be Alex Jones. I'm not saying he is, but I've never seen him and Alex Jones, in the same room at the same time.
He was also convinced that the DNC, like all of the DNC, was out to get him at one point.
I mean, fuck, man, they might have been.
I mean, fuck, given the things we've learned in the past couple of years, I mean, yeah, fucking could have been entirely right. All I know is that he was at the DNC shortly after he made some posts, like editorials, about how Bernie needs to stop trying to suck up to everybody if he really wants to turn heads. Like, he has a following, like he has people behind him, but he just keeps letting shit slip from him. And shortly after he made these editorials, he was being followed by, like, he says they were unmarked black cars, but I really think that his Uber was there and he just didn't trust it. All I know is that he was running around the DNC and unmarked black cars were following him until him and his son turned off their phone's GPS services, in which case the black car is mysteriously gone. I'm not saying I don't believe him, but also at the same time, you know how this sounds, right?
Yeah. It sounds like that was his Uber driver being like, it says he's right here. Like, why the fuck does he keep... Alright, where'd he go? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to Jimmy John's.
That's what I would do if I was at the DNC. I wouldn't want to be at the DNC. I'd want to be at Jimmy John's.
I wouldn't be at the DNC. I'd want to be anywhere else.
Like Jimmy
Not
John's.
Anywhere else. I wouldn't want to be in Florida or California, but...
God damn it. I just clicked on the Charlie video again.
Speaking of, have you played the update, the Left 4 Dead 2 update yet? It's out.
Oh,
I haven't.
I'm gonna open up Steam so I can actually update it. They added like 30 fucking maps, right?
Yeah, but they're all.
I know that they're.
Maps,
I know they're.
all survival
I know
maps.
they're mostly survival, but here's the thing: that's still really fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, they're also all fan made, so
that's fine. I know this is largely fan made. Like, a lot of the quote unquote new content in this is mostly just uncut or mostly cut stuff.
Right.
But there's a lot of nice small changes, like when you're running around as the charger, like you can see your little dangly arm more often. I know you could do that before, but it was pretty rare.
Right. Like I said, I haven't played it yet. I've been kind of waiting until all three of us can get together again.
At least I feel like you could see the Chargers like little arm before this update. I just know that this one made it like a thing. It was just a nice little cherry on top of everything that they've added.
Right. So, between this and Half-Life Alyx, is you think Valve's gonna start making real video games again?
According to Valve, which I don't trust, yes.
Because all these fucking card games and also whatever the fuck Portal Bridge Simulator is.
It's exactly
those don't count.
It's exactly what it sounds like. What do you mean?
It sounds like hot burning garbage on a summer's day, bastardizing a series that everybody loves.
What's
like literally?
What's
everybody
bastardizing
loves
about
it?
it? What is bastardizing about it? It is another puzzle game. That's just not a mainline Portal game.
But it's not even an original concept.
So, you think
that's the bread and butter of Portal?
Yeah, when it first fucking came out. It doesn't matter.
You're telling me they can't come up with another original concept for another Portal?
I'm sure they could, but they had the people from Bridge Constructor come to them, probably. Or the other way around, it doesn't fucking matter. And they're like, hey, do you want to make a spin-off title? It's a fine game. I don't understand what you're mad about.
It's dumb and I hate it.
I guess.
I wanted chocolate sprinkles, not rainbow.
You're entitled to what... You're entitled to your opinion.
You don't need to finish the sentence.
But
you can stop it. I'm entitled.
You're fucking... You're stupid. You're so stupid.
So were you still phoning this in, or did you happen to come across the topic?
So Jacob, did you hear that Call of Duty Warzone is getting fast travel?
I did hear that. I did hear that they were getting I think some handsome, intelligent gentleman quoted that they're getting fucking instant transmission from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, someone did say that. I read a little bit more of the article when we were talking about it earlier. Full disclosure. But it's going to be the subway system that they that got like revealed last season, which that sounds okay. Like if it's going to be like a full circuit or whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be neat. It'll be interesting to see train battles, because I imagine that's going to be a huge draw. The fast travel system. You get around wherever you need to be on that train circuit. But that's got to be appealing to more than just like one team of people, obviously.
Right. I don't want it unless it's going to have the dude that drove the bus in transit, and if you irritate him enough, he just gets up and executes you.
If you're wondering if I've
that's a good memory for me, but not for you.
Yeah, if you're wondering if I've forgiven you, I haven't.
Why were you the one that got punished? I still don't understand.
So, very long time ago, in a transit...
For context.
In a transit lobby far, far away, Jacob knifed the shit out of the bus driver one day. And I told him to stop because I was like, there will be consequences. And there were consequences.
Yeah, the consequence of me getting to stay on the bus and him kicking you off.
Yeah, in the middle of the fucking cornfield with, like, literally an entire fucking late game round worth of zombies. You fuck.
A fucking platoon.
TLDR, do not play zombies with this man.
Yeah. The moral of the story is don't play video games with me.
You live longer. Netflix faces.
It's like,
Man, Netflix can't catch a fucking break.
I don't care about that. What happened now?
I haven't read the article yet, but the headline is Netflix faces criticism over Game of Thrones showrunners' 3 body problem series. Let's see here.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, I believe the 3 body problem is like a probably some kind of what's the fucking word? Psychology thing, maybe? I don't know. I'm reading it right now. Oh, it's a book series. Oh, it's Chinese. That's why they're mad. Republicans are mad because Chinese author Lu... Nope. I'm not trying that. The guy who wrote the 3 body problem trilogy, that's getting made into a Netflix thing, and now people are mad because China.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I'm mad because China all fucking day, every day.
Yeah, all the time. I think
usually I just yell at the ceiling about it. I don't tell my Twitter. I don't fucking demand an apology from Netflix because they tried to make content. I don't know.
I demand an apology from Netflix, mostly for existing.
I mean, yeah, yeah. In recent events, yeah.
But I demand apologies from a lot of entities, and
well, you're not getting one from me, so skip over that one.
Like I said, never received one. Not once. So, Microsoft buys ZeniMax, huh?
Oh, are we pretending like that's news and also not your topic that you had before we started this and that you just stumbled upon it naturally?
No, that was my way of segueing
Your
into it.
segue sucks. Get better wheels for it.
I know it fucking... Alright. Go, asshole. Thoughts.
There's
your essay prompt. You have 15 minutes.
Okay. Oh, it starts now? No, I really don't have much thoughts on it other than this is a big one, right? Like the Obsidian thing, I guess. Like Obsidian's a really great company, don't get me wrong. But like how many people truly compared to like Bethesda does Obsidian have that pull, right? Like the people whose opinions I value more tend to swing towards like Obsidian stuff. And not to say that Bethesda as a whole is for lowbrow simpletons, but I play those games, so I don't know. Like it's big, like it is a big move, but truly, like I just don't give a shit. It's not going to impact me in any meaningful way. I know Bethesda games will keep releasing on PC no matter what, which is probably where I'll keep playing them. And if not, I have an Xbox for the time being. And if there are more Bethesda games that I want to play later that are Xbox exclusive, then I'll fucking cross that bridge when I come to it. But, like, there's no meaningful Fallout anything happening right now. I could not give a fuck about what happens to the Elder Scrolls. I truly could not. Elder Scrolls 6 could come out and it could just be a screen, like just a blank screen, like you would get if the game crashed, and that was like the whole game, and I wouldn't be angry. I just don't care. But Bethesda as a whole is really, like, whatever. I know they own Doom and stuff like that, but I seriously doubt anything like Doom or like Wolfenstein will be seriously impacted. You know, I could be wrong. You could definitely be wrong. Shit happens. This is Microsoft we're talking about after all. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. A lot of the, we'll say, not that I don't think that Todd Howard is a fucking tool, but a lot of the less savory things to come out of the properties that Bethesda owns or whatever were largely orchestrated by ZeniMax Media in one way or another.
Right.
Like, for example, since they're both owned by the same parent company now, if Obsidian goes, they fucking suck, we want Fallout, Bethesda can't tell them no anymore.
Yeah, that's big true.
They just can't. Because now Microsoft owns that IP. They can give it to whoever the fuck they want.
It's going to be nice for the possibility of a Bethesda game to come out finished.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. I forgot where I saw this headline, and I don't know if I could find it again, but I want to say it was like maybe a couple weeks after I saw after the acquisition of ZeniMax and all of its holdings by Microsoft, I saw that apparently the engine that the Elder Scrolls uses received its first fucking update and major overhaul in the history of ever. Did you just throw up?
No. I was just about to say something about that, though. I was like, that's going to sound bad. I poured water from a cup to a different cup.
To what end?
Wanted to use a different cup. I don't have any sound logic for you, other than I just made your job harder. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm thirsty, but I fucking hate that cup. Why'd I put my water in that cup?
I'm gonna be honest, Chief.
Glass shattering.
I'm gonna be honest, Chief. That's where my logic was.
I also like the implication that the entire time I'm having this discussion and talking to you, the gears in your head are turning about what fucking cup you want to use for the water that you've already poured into one of the two cups.
Well, I was listening before we had this conversation, but then you had to ask what that noise was. And now, I don't remember where you were going on. I just clicked play on Left 4 Dead. Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, get your shit together, Danny.
I don't have to. You can't make me. Fucking.
Truly, Jester is a fitting name for you.
I saw I saw a guy outside of my work eat sidewalk pizza, and I really thought about killing myself at work today.
Because he saw a guy eat sidewalk pizza?
No, because I had to be at Domino's instead of my house, but it didn't help.
Man, funny you should mention that, because I told one of the drivers today, I was like, 50% of the reason that Domino's corporate doesn't let you guys carry weapons in your car, whether or not you're certified to carry it or not, is because if you did, you'd have a higher suicide rate than dentists.
I mean, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. I started to say that's probably true, but then I thought about how often and what conversation topics and directions my conversations with drivers usually go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So, really quick to wrap up, because I have a story, but really quick to wrap up. Microsoft's acquisition, possibly good for the rest of us in the long run. Also, I think it was just a fucking massive turbo mega big dick energy by Microsoft to almost immediately release the sales figure for how much this cost them, just so that games pundits, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, and also fucking Forbes and all the business editorials could point out that the price tag was only slightly less than Sony's profit for a full 10-year period.
Fuck, dude, that's so big dick.
Like, I think Microsoft paid like, I want to say 5-something billion for it, and over like a period from like 2009 to 2019, Sony pulled in like just barely like 7 billion in profits.
Right.
That's big dick energy. That's Microsoft saying, I know we're all having lots of fun with this recent crossplay thing, but I don't want you to forget who's the king of the fucking playground.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of crossplay, I cannot... Warframe is a game I haven't touched in probably close to like a year now, but when crossplay finally gets added, that might change. I don't know if you've ever played Warframe, but that is a fun fucking game.
I have, and it was fun, but I don't know. I'm not...
Like,
I don't
like in terms of actual like gameplay, like objectives, like yeah, it's all right, but like the movement in that game is really what sells me. Like you can enter just such a flow state, like it's just so fucking good.
Right. Well, I see. My thing is, I don't like competitive multiplayers.
Warframe's not competitive multiplayer; it's co-op. You're thinking of Warface, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of Warframe, at least the Warframe that I played.
I mean, it has a competitive mode, but like nobody really plays it.
Wow.
There's a new... Hey, reporting live, it's Saturday night. There's at least one new fucking melee weapon in The Last Stand.
Oh, that's right. You accidentally opened Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, and I've committed to it now.
Well, that's just great.
It's a shovel. Just in case you were curious, it's a shovel.
Finally. Now I can get rid of my fucking mod that added a shovel.
The animations for this are sick. It's probably just the mod you have installed, considering this is fan-made, but the animations and the sound design for this shovel are fucking gnarly. Here, I'm gonna exit the game so we can focus on wrapping this up.
So, yeah, that story I had. So, yesterday, right?
Right.
This dude calls. He doesn't speak any English at all. 100% Spanish.
Okay.
Can't understand a word he's fucking saying. No one can, because none of us speak Spanish.
Naturally.
And trying to decipher what he was saying and match it up with Domino's bilingual menu that every store is supposed to have, because all are welcome to order pizza, obvi, just wasn't working out. And the dude on the other end, despite us apologizing and being like, look, man, there's no way you're not also immediately noticing this too, but there's a huge fucking language barrier going on right now, starts getting noticeably, like, belligerent. So we put it on hold, and after a short debate over whether or not this would make us bad people, me and the GM agreed that the best course of action would be to go next door to the local Mexican restaurant and ask somebody to come over here and please translate this order for us.
I mean, like, it makes sense, right? Like,
well, here's the rub, right? We get it figured out, everything's cool, we got the address, what he wanted, payment, stops. Driver goes out there and he doesn't answer the fucking door.
But he already paid for it, right? Or is it cash order?
Yeah, we had to cancel it. Because he wouldn't answer the phone or the door.
That sounds like the door's problem, baby. My ass would have looked at that ticket, looked at the house, looked around for a chair to set it on, and then left. Contactless delivery, baby. No COVID. Oh, okay. Before we actually end, I just have a real small rant to go on. If you're gonna make a cash delivery, as in you're gonna pay for your delivery in cash, please do not set the delivery instructions or call and let me know that, oh yeah, you can just set that wherever, bro. I'll get it in a sec. No, motherfucker, you're gonna come outside and you're gonna pay me for your food. You're not just gonna get free fucking shit. Because you're scared of disease. You're not scared of disease. You're back there with 6 fucking people drinking out of the same bottle.
Yeah. No, it's super fun because where I'm at, we have the university, so, and this was the policy like before COVID-19. The university politely informed all of the town's delivery services that under no circumstances are we to set foot inside the dorms, and we were like, all right, fine. So we don't fucking care. Most of us don't fucking care because a lot of the drivers are obviously college students, and anybody that's not is me and has been to college, and I lived in the dorm, and I was like, I wouldn't want to go in there either.
Right.
But the dorms obviously order all the fucking time, and like I keep telling the GM that we need to get back in contact with the fucking university and tell them to get their shit together and put up a fucking flyer or something, or we're just going to stop delivering to the students altogether. But she's like, can't do that. And I was like, why the fuck not? But anyways, every goddamn time, it's always the same thing. We have fucking students that will put their goddamn dorm room number, students that will be like, oh, just leave it with the front desk, and students that are like, oh, just call us when you get here. And every time I get to call them and be like, let me explain to you how this works, kiddo.
Sometimes I wish I was dead. Here, what sour fart can I end this podcast on? Oh, I had a dude tell me to go fuck myself because I couldn't break 100 at work today.
That also happened to me.
That did also happen. I forgot about that.
That was at the very beginning of the day, and I kid you not, 16 more people throughout the day all showed up with $100 bills, and obviously by like the fucking 7th, we did not have the change to accommodate them. And at one point, I just looked at the GM and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Do people think we're the goddamn bank? Don't show up to pay for a $15 order
with a $100 bill.
$100 bills are for buying televisions, you fucking idiot.
This guy showed up, right? Okay, he fucking showed up. He wanted to place a fucking carry-out order in store. No big deal. I don't give a shit. He wasn't even wearing a mask, and I didn't even make a stink about it because it's fucking Indiana and nobody's wearing their mask, okay? I don't care anymore. I'm gonna die tomorrow. But like he shows up and it's fucking loud, all right? We have the radio, we have all the beeps and boops reminding us to sanitize, car side, all that fun shit. All the different stuff we have to do, plus just all of the people fucking talking and yelling over each other. I'm at front counter just trying to take a fucking order for a second. And this guy's getting shitty with me because I had the audacity to ask him, oh, what was that, sir? Right? So he's immediately fucking angry at that. I'm still trying to take his order. He's like, I want 50 pizzas. Fucking... Then he's like, no, I don't want 50 pizza. I just want 2 pizza. So I'm like, okay, we can do that. And then I was like, and you said this for carryout? He's like, yes. I was like, can I get your name? And he got real shifty shady, and he's like, it's this, I guess. And I was like, okay, can I get a last name or last initial? And he goes, you want a fucking social security number too? You have my name, come on. And I was like, all right. God forbid there's another asshole in the store, though. Like, nobody who is working in the food service industry nobody is trying to steal your information from their job. And if they are, I assure you they will not work there very long because they're not good at it. Because they're trying to steal your information from a Domino's pizza.
As somebody who has worked food industry management positions for several years, I can assure you, none of the management is doing that because the other management will out them almost fucking immediately, almost everywhere that I've worked. And anybody that isn't in management isn't smart enough to do it.
Yeah, what he said exactly. To the letter. Nobody is stealing your information from Domino's, all right?
Like, I promise you, the guy that you looked at the window that you're thinking to yourself, man, this guy's a drug dealer, and let me tell you, it's because he 100% is. He's not stealing your information because he can't even put the right pizza in the right box.
Ever.
You know who you are, Ricky.
But yeah, no, like.
But anyways, you were saying
he fucking just is the shittiest person that I've had to deal with in my time working at this Domino's, and I worked the grand opening.
Right.
He's just being just a real fucking fuck bag. And then I'm like, all right, it's like $15, and he pulls out a 10 and a 1, and he's like, well, this definitely isn't going to be enough. And then there was like a solid like 25 to 30 second pause, and he just goes, "Can you break 100?" And I'm like, "No, sir. I can't. I'm very sorry." And he goes, "You fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And then he's all fucking begrudged. He's like, we have little display racks with like menus and our little like cookies and sauces for people to like impulse buy or whatever. And he doesn't like actually do anything to him, but he just starts kind of like fucking with stuff. And then as he's walking away, he dropped his wallet and I didn't even wait for the door to like close all the way. I was just like, have a shitty day.
But yeah, no, don't, like, if you're ordering a shitload of food, $50 and up, that's fine, man. By all means, give me your $100.
That's one thing.
But if you've got like $15 worth of food, and you open your wallet and it's, hey, if you open your wallet and I see nothing but $100 bills, you're a fucking idiot, and you're trying to project the idea that you're wealthy. I'm not fucking stupid. 2, don't you dare hand me your fucking gaming PC money to pay for 2 medium pizzas and a fucking lava cake, alright? Like, listen here, sugar tits, I do not have the change for that right now because you showed up at shift change, and I don't know if you understand how this works, but I guarantee you in the wee hours of the morning during the slowest time of the day, enough people did not show up with enough $20 bills for me to give you change for that. And even if they did, they're locked in the safe, and you're waiting at least 15 minutes.
Look, it's insulting to us, but more importantly, it's insulting to you.
For real.
Don't show up and pay for 2 medium pizzas with a $100 bill. I will tell you to leave the store.
Like, look, I know you might think we're being assholes, but trust us, we're not.
And I'm going to be honest here. Even if we were, it's store-mandated assholism. Like, we can't do shit about it, so...
Yeah. It goes back to basically what we talked about the last time, that in the last episode, is that if I look at you and tell you that currently at this moment we do not have the change for that unless you want a shitload of 5s and 1s. I'm not being a dick to spite you. I'm telling you the truth.
No, you can't. You can't even do that. You can't even do that, because if you do that, then you have no change for anybody else.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like for example, if I am the manager in charge and it's my shift and it's 4:00 and I just got there and the day manager says slow day and hands me $30. And that is my store cash for change making, then when you show up at 4:15, after there have only been 3 orders since I got there, all credit card, and you give me a $100 bill for your $8.75 order, I'm going to look at you and go, I don't have change for that.
I almost wanted to ask him. I just wanted to be like, hey, can you, did you want to make like a generous tip donation? I would have dispersed it amongst the drivers that were there. I totally would have.
Like, here's the other thing. Especially if it's a fucking manager telling you this. There is not a manager on the planet that would not genuinely want to take that $100 bill from you, because that is significantly less money that I have to actually count at the end of the fucking night.
He's right, you know.
If I take that $100 bill from you, now I have to count a $100 bill instead of 5 fucking 20s.
Yeah, or like, dude, please tell me that you've had a night where it's just like, all right,
it's all ones. It's all ones.
Made $800 today. Cool. In mostly singles. We what?
Like,
we did what?
I'm gonna fucking simulate for you what happened to me the other night. Our fucking favorite boy, Parker, comes back from a delivery,
man, who I don't even know.
And I'm over on the cut table, and all I hear is, and I peeked over. I was like, "What was that?" And he looked at me and he goes, "Pay for the order in quarters." And I was like, "They but what?" And he said, "They paid for the order in quarters." And I looked over the delivery screen and I was like, Parker, that was a $46 order, and he just went quarters and walked away.
What else can you do? What else can you do?
There was $73 in quarters in that fucking till. I was so mad.
Oh man, you have a strong. If somebody did that to me, I think I might quit. I definitely think about it. I definitely think about it for the rest of shift. Parker, that's a $46 order. Quarters. Then he went in the back to knock over dough trays, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, basically. But so yeah, just believe me, I would want nothing more than to have to only count like maybe $600 bills and be like, cool, that's the deposit. Glad I didn't have to do any work. But it ain't be like that very often.
I have fucking friends that I've made at work who are managers, who are trying to get me to become a manager, and I've sat each and every one of them down and been like, look, I've been through what you're going through. Fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. You're not getting me in your position. Because at the end of the day, there is that much less that I have to fucking do. And I will help you. I will do whatever closing task you want. I will stay later within reason. Fine. But, like, I'm not doing it. The amount of times that I was closing at Toppers as a manager and just been like, man, I wish I wasn't doing this right now, is unfucking fathomable. Like, I get that everybody has that in, like, every job. Like, I wish I wasn't working right now. But, like, let me... Okay, so the computer that we had to enter all of the information and shit on, Jacob, like, at the end of the night...
Yeah.
Majorly handicapped. It could only use half of its fucking RAM. It could barely turn on. And the most frustrating fucking part about it is that we had the software, we had the parts for it, everything that we needed to make the computer actually be a fucking computer in store, but it was verboten to touch them.
Why?
Brad had to do it, which was the store owner. Guess what Brad never did? Change.
Well, fuck you, Brad.
Fuck you, Brad. But no, like, the amount of time, like, because here's the thing, right? Let's say I'm entering everything for the night, and while everything is loading, I just go, alright, job well done, good job, me, and I fucking leave, and the computer crashes, and none of that shit saves? That's my ass. Right?
Right.
So, I always fucking stayed to make sure that the fucking progress bar would fill up all the way. And of course there'd be nights where the computer just didn't want to fucking function. And... Dude, let me put it this way, right? I was scheduled for 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. at the latest, and usually I was getting out of there to the St. Paul sunrise at like 7 a.m.
Right.
Like, that was fucking abysmal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it's just stuff like that compiled onto the fact that also during my tenure at the St. Paul Toppers on Grand Avenue in St. Paul, Minnesota, address 11 I'm not going to say the address, but I do remember it.
Well, how many toppers are there in St. Paul? I think you've already blown your load here.
In St. Paul, I think there's like 2 or 3.
It's like a scavenger hunt. Anyways.
Well, I did say Grand Avenue, which is the street. So if you're on Grand Avenue and you go to that Toppers...
I hope you brought an iron stomach.
I want to say that it's gotten better, but I haven't been there in going on like a year now.
Right.
Because like truly Toppers isn't that bad. But man, just like everything that the management was doing to us, man, like I said, the computer shit, it was the middle of January in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Emphasizing the coldness. Because our heat rack went out in December, and we didn't get one until February.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what our solution... Well, it was only the one heat rack, right? The top rack still works, so we could still kind of use it. And for the stuff that we couldn't fit on the top rack, we just put it on top of the oven.
Good.
Can you think of maybe one reason why that would be bad? It's not the obvious one.
Well, other than the fact that I'm pretty certain that that's a health code violation,
Yeah, it definitely is, but aside from like that and workers like burning the shit out of themselves more so than usual at a pizzeria. The other thing is I guess this relates to the health code violation, so it's not another thing, but like you've seen...
I'm guessing the top of the oven never gets cleaned.
I mean, it does, right? But here's the thing. You've seen screens once they pass through the oven a bunch of times, right?
Yeah.
So there's just constantly that oven exhaust, because I'm pretty sure we had an open hood, so we could actually set shit on top of the oven.
Right.
So anything that was getting set on top of that oven was immediately getting saturated in the stuff that was cooking from the food and all of the other exhausts. So you'd go to pick up a pizza box and it's just ruined. It's just ruined. Nothing you can do about it. It's covered in exhaust grease. Maybe it's stacked on top of another box that's covered in exhaust grease. I don't know.
Right.
Our main point at the end of the day, at the end of today, is when you visit a pizzeria, just be considerate. And I understand you may get the wrong food, and if you're being treated like shit, that's one thing. Everybody understands that. But at the end of the day, it is also just pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, look, it's one thing. It's one thing when you go into McDonald's and the first 4 times you politely asked for the fucking strawberry shake or whatever, and all 4 of those times you received variations on not different variations on not a strawberry shake. So by the 6th time you've become belligerent and may have almost caught an assault charge by fucking Falcon punch launching the 6th incorrect milkshake back at the employee. That's one thing. That's you had 6. You had 6 chances, and the first 4 I was more than cordial.
Everybody's been there.
But if I look at you with just obvious sincerity and tell you the words, "Hey, your pizza's being remade. because I fucking dropped it. It's in the oven now. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, like, shit fucking happens. I don't know how else to say that other than shit fucking happens. Like, I literally had a guy come and help me out on ovens. He's kind of an asshole, but he means well. Like, he's trying to be funny, but sometimes it doesn't always scan. Yeah, you should know that well. Yeah, actually.
Okay, ow, but noted.
just a little
point taken.
Just a little humor for you. It's not very good, but no, he's fucking really good at his job. But he fucking somebody like bumped into him while he was taking pizza out of the oven. And fucking my client pleads, oopsie daisies, Your Honor. There's fucking nothing we can do about it other than make another pizza. Like, sorry.
Right.
But it's nice. It's definitely nice when people are just like, oh yeah, no, for sure. And they just fucking go to the back of the lobby and fucking hang out on their phone or whatever. Yeah. Please also do not make your order. Like, if you come into a pizzeria and you see that they're beyond busy, like they have beyond a full screen of orders, and then make a carryout and expect your food to be instantaneous,
just get out. Like, I'll happily take your order, but here is the fucking great wall of orders that I am literally holding up in front of your face right now. By my count, actually I don't have to count. I can just go look at the screen. Yes, they have 46 other pizzas to make. I will happily make yours the 47th, but it's going to be 30 minutes.
Right.
Minimum.
Right. And then you tell them that, but they still sit at the counter and, like, are watching Cut Table, like, for half an hour. I don't know if that's happened to you, but it sure as fuck has happened to me pretty much constantly since we've opened.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Again, the bottom line is just don't
be a dick, dude.
Don't. And I know that there's a fucking disconnect between different, like, parts of America. You know, your lower, middle, and upper classes and whatever. And for some fucking reason, it's usually like, anytime I get somebody in that is, like, obviously, like, actually wealthy, not just like, my husband makes $70,000 a year, and we're still paying off this fucking BMW that we bought. Like, not projections of wealth, like actually wealthy. Like, yeah, I own like 6 businesses in this town and I have like $3 million. They are usually like the most fucking chill people. Like, unless it's like there's someone else that's gonna black bag me. Unless it's like a fucking like Hank Williams Jr. situation, who, by the way, I can tell you from personal anecdotes, is the biggest fucking dickhead on the planet. Unless it's somebody like that who is also famous and wealthy, usually every person that I've dealt with that has been very obviously, like, they've rolled up in like fucking Maseratis and shit, and I've had to be like, hey, you know, we're busy or whatever, or it's gonna be a little bit longer than I thought it was. They're usually like, oh yeah, sure, don't worry about it, man. But right. when fucking Jennifer or whatever the fuck rolls up in her fucking Chevy Suburban with all of the car seats improperly installed, and I say, and I ask the name, and I was like, all right, no problem, your pizza's still in the oven, it's going to be another 3 minutes, but I can go ahead and take your payment. They're the ones that are that treat people that work those types of jobs, that work service industry jobs. That's typically the sector that treats them like they're not human beings.
You know what's fucked up? and this is a broad generalization to make, I am aware. But why is it that more times than not, those people are, if they're not stay-at-home, like moms, like you described, they are nurses, which is really fucking frightening to think about.
My God, nurses are the fucking worst customers in the world. Like, not every nurse, obviously. Like,
for sure, I dealt with several today that were pleasant.
There is a lady that is an absolute fucking angel. Her name is Miss Pam. You are a fucking darling. Everyone adores you. But there is like one Miss Pam for every fucking 30 other nurses.
Yeah. Unfortunately. It's so...
Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, because I know several nurses personally, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like your job isn't stressful. But here's the other thing. And this might be an unpopular opinion, and this might also straight up be just me being a dickhead. Especially right now, given a global fucking pandemic. But this comes from all my time living in small town America. Literally fucking anybody can be a nurse, apparently. Because if you go to almost any small town, literally fucking everybody is a nurse. And the reason I'm not a nurse, contrary to what seems to be the popular belief by all these fucking people that try and order food from me, is not because I am, as you have assumed, not smart enough. It's because I don't fucking want to. I just straight up wouldn't. I don't want to do that job, dog. So I didn't.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Like, I have a bad case of wow, that sounds like it fucking sucks. I don't feel like doing that.
Right, and
it's the same reason I don't work an office job.
I have the utmost respect for that profession. Just the same way I have, it's like a profound human respect. Like, you are putting yourself potentially in some kind of harm to save another. Like, any profession like that, like, you kind of have, like, this profound, like, human nature, like, thank you, right? But at the same time, like, that doesn't give permission for, like, police, a nurse, a soldier, whatever, to just fucking, you're now their doormat. Like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
It's definitely a give and take, and I'm sorry, the nursing profession, but you must also give even when not at hospital. It's kind of just what humans do. It's a constant. This is society. Hey, we participate in it. Funny meme. But for real.
Yeah. Yeah, like, legitimately right now. I don't... Yeah.
I just broke my back.
Well, I guess that's a good a closing statement as any.
A real game ender. No, for real though. I just popped my back and it really fucking hurt.
All right.
But
well, that was those were our rants and raves for this week's episode of the Practical Nonsense Podcast.
We hope
thanks
to provide you with a real episode next week. We hate this as much as you do.
Yeah, it's I don't think you guys understand how actually fucking stressful it is to do this without Josh. And I can't exactly explain to you why, but it's stressful.
Here's the thing, right? Is when all three of us are together, We've known each other so long that it's just a natural synergy. Not that we haven't known each other for longer than Josh. Oh, I just peeked.
Just say it. Just say it.
Just peeked the mic really bad. No, it's just I think that our synergy comes better from like when we're recording video games. Because I know you and I are both ADD as fuck, Jacob.
I was gonna say, just come out and say it, man. Just come out and say we need Josh, because that completes the fucking trifecta of all walks of life.
I mean, that is true, but it's mostly because you and I are ADD as hell. And it's hard to do this without Josh fucking ringing the bell going, hey guys, over here.
You're right. I was gonna be like, just say it. Just say it's because he's smarter than us.
Look, it's not because he is smarter than us, but he is smarter than us, so it helps.
It's not because he's smarter than us. It's because we're dumber than him.
We're dumber than he is. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. This has been episode 6 of this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry we missed a week. Sorry that Josh still isn't here.
That this 2-man episode is particularly unfocused.
It is the most unfocused. All over the place. I think the first 15 minutes were just us laughing.
It definitely was. I can't wait to listen to this later when you send it to me. Forget that Charlie is somewhere in there and then shit myself.
I can't wait to have to find some time after I get off work tomorrow at 2 a.m. to have it edited before 9 a.m. Tuesday.
That's rough, buddy.
That's why I try to do this on Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Look, I said to you guys, hey, look, Wednesdays would be the best, but Thursday, maybe. Did I not says this to you?
I don't know, you probably did.
I definitely did. It's somewhere in the fucking library that is our stupid 3 different group chats.
It's somewhere within the annals of the Scholars Roundtable.
You said annals.
Thank you for listening. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. Fucking where all is that, by the way? I know we just got fucking accepted by Google Podcasts. We're on there now. That's pretty cool. Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. Also find us on YouTube if you want to see anything that we post in our Discord chat. Don't fucking bother for this episode because we didn't post a goddamn thing. Okay, bye!